and everything. I feel like I'm coming to do a presentation at school, but anyway, just thought of it once again while setting everything up. I like doing this a lot more though. It is the 8th of June and I started working on a new knitting project 2 days ago. Yeah, I think so. I haven't actually knit on it that much because it was a very busy 2 days. And that is the Jelly Top by Mei Knits. I saw this first, I think, on Hip Knit Hooray's YouTube channel. She made a version and I immediately fell in love with it, and then I classified it as, okay, this might be something I make later, because I think she was doing it as a tester. I don't know if the pattern was out yet. Anyway, I saw it pop up again, I think on my Pinterest or something similar, and then I remembered, oh, I actually really loved the look of that top. So I figured this would be a good summer thing that I can also still wear in autumn, just with something under. And yeah, I started off trying a size 4. I did size up based on the recommended size, just because I do want the pattern to like be quite bubbly, if that makes sense. And this is where I've gotten so far. I've done 2 of the pattern repeats. Again, I chose a really dark colour, so obviously it's not going to be super visible on the camera, but I am actually really happy with how this is turning out. I think it's genius how she wrote the pattern, with the changing of the needle sizes and the making a lot of increases and a lot of decreases. It's so simple, but it's so effective, and I'm really enjoying making it. It is very finicky to work with 1 strand of black kid silk. So yeah, getting into the yarn that I'm using, it's the Drops Kid Silk. The colour is 2, and it's just it's a black, but it has this bluish, is it bluish? I would call it a bluish shine to it. And I really like this colour. I went for black just because I think that's the item I would wear most. I was looking at all those lovely like green colours and the more ochre colours, and I was just thinking, I doubt I will actually wear it. It's going to be a lot more versatile as a dark colour. I do wear a lot more dark than I do wear colour, so that's why I decided on this. So yeah, it is making it's making my life a bit more difficult having a darker colour and then 1 strand. But honestly, I think I'm gonna love the look of this, especially because it doesn't need to be a super bright colour, because the pattern and the texture is really unique. So I think it's gonna be just fine. So yeah, I've worked 2 rounds of the pattern. I am just gonna continue knitting and see how long it takes me to finish like a few of these rounds, because I haven't actually timed it working flat. I am having a dilemma already, like I haven't even read comments, so it's just purely something on my mind. I should check the Ravelry page and see what other people do or watch more videos, but I'm doubting whether I should just change my needles on the cable every time that the size of the needles changes, or do I just keep my 2 sets of needles on 2 cables and switch out the cables as well. I can't decide. I think for working flat, it's probably easy to just use 2 sets with 2 different cables, but I don't know if in the round I'm gonna want to switch everything up every time. I don't like it when I have to do that. And honestly, changing the sets isn't that difficult either. I'm just thinking of what's going to be most practical, but I'm doing it now that I just change the needles on my cable every single time that I need to, and if I get into the flow of things, I'll probably just continue doing that. But yes, I did also print the pattern because I don't really enjoy looking at instructions on my phone anymore. I feel like it really distracts me from just like experiencing the knitting, I guess, because it just feels like I'm looking at a screen a lot of the time, while having it on paper in front of me makes me enjoy it a lot more. And I am actually, before I forget, also going to circle my size just in pencil so that I can read it even quicker. and enjoy the pattern even more. Now, I did read through everything in advance. It doesn't seem to be too difficult. I'm curious to see how the little arms are going to be, because again, with only one strand of kid silk, it's not going to be easy to do short rows, I think. I forgot to mention, I am going to make the shorter sleeves, I think, and not the longer ones, just the shorter ones, but I did really do, I do really want the sleeves. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on how it all goes. I am already enjoying it. It just feels a bit more of a challenge than the last project I did, which was the Winnie sweater, although I do love the Winnie sweater. And I did enjoy using that yarn. It's not my favourite, that's the Isaga, I can't even remember the name of the yarn, but anyway, I used the recommended yarn of that pattern. It's not that I didn't enjoy working with it, it's just as soon as you did something wrong and had to like frog a bit, that was a bit difficult, and I'm having the same with this. It's not going to be easy to frog if I make a mistake, but honestly, it's fine. I'll just have to be a bit more attentive to what I'm doing. I did already drop a stitch in the first 10 rows, I think, and had to pick it up. But now that I know the feel of the yarn on the needles, I think it's gonna be fine. It'll probably happen again, but yeah. I am gonna continue knitting this on the couch and see where I can get up to. Update you on where I am with my jelly top. I have been knitting a lot the past 2 days because, as you can probably hear, I've had the worst cold. I was ill for a few days and I spent a lot of time on the couch knitting. But yeah, I have finished almost everything worked flat. So I did the whole back, the whole front, and I think I'm ready to connect at the under the underarms and start working in the round. Looking at it like this, that feels absolutely crazy to say because I know it's gonna be stretchy and I know it's gonna be fine, but it feels way too soon. It feels like it's too small. I'm gonna trust the process because I think it's gonna be fine. But yeah, it's definitely a bit exciting to do so. I'm gonna say exciting and not terrifying. It'll be fine. Honestly, the pattern is written very clearly. It's a lot less difficult than I thought it would be. I got used to working with a mohair pretty quickly, so that's not too difficult. And yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot just because it's very satisfying to see it come together. I have that with every single thing that has like a pattern repeat. It's just so nice to see something come to life like that and just know like, oh yeah, I do these rounds and then it has this effect is really satisfying. So yeah, it is now Thursday evening. I think I probably started on this a week ago now. Well, not even. Saturday or Sunday I started on it. So yeah, a week's progress is this. I know it's not going to be the biggest hop either way, so I think I have done a lot of work already. And I do think as soon as I join in the round, it'll go a bit quicker as well. But I'm very happy with how it's going. I do think that once I've connected it in the round and done a bit of the body, I will already do the sleeves, just because I want to know what they look like, and I also want to be sure that I have enough yarn, which I do think I will, because I still have quite a bit left of my first ball of yarn and I've already done a lot, so I think it'll be fine either way. But then I know like I've done everything, I can just make it longer if I want to. So yeah, that's my progress update. I'm gonna get back on the couch and hope that this cold heals, because it's so annoying. I can honestly take being ill, but having a cold is one of the most miserable things on earth, in my opinion. But yeah, back to knitting. You're going to have to excuse how my voice sounds, and if I cough or sniff, because I'm still getting over one of the worst flus that I've had in ages. It's travelled down to my throat now, so the coughing is not fun, but I do feel better in general. It's been a long week though. I wanted to give you an update on where I got with the jelly top. Not a lot farther, I think, than my last check-in, but clean slate. Wanted to get started on working on it again after being ill. So yeah, I have been working on the body. I think I've done a few pattern repeats, yeah, since connecting the two pieces together, and it's actually going really well. It's a lot faster doing the pattern in the round, and yeah, I know I mentioned before like doubting whether I should just change out the needles with well yeah, just changing out the needles completely or just changing out the needle. Wow, I'm not making sense at all, am I? What I mean is I am just changing out my interchangeable needles and not the whole set every time I do change them, which is turning out to be really easy anyway. I know I was doubting about it before, but yeah, this works fine and fast, and I am really happy with where I am at. I haven't been able to try it on yet. I will do so soon, but I think I might just follow the details for the body until it's just about the length, and as soon as I've reached that point, I'm going to try it on and then see if I want to start working on the sleeves first before I finish the length, just to be safe. Although I don't think I'll have an issue with having not having enough yarn, just because I'm still like, I think I have half of this ball of yarn left, and this is only my second of the 4 that I have. So I am gonna have too much yarn once again. I did just follow the requirements, but it always happens. But yeah, it's looking really good. It feels so soft. I think it might be just a tiny bit itchy when I wear it, but I'm always going to wear a top under it anyway because it's a bit see-through. So it's going to be fine, and I just love how it's turning out. I'm honestly hoping that I can still finish it this week, which is pretty optimistic. But I don't have many plans because I'm still recovering from being ill, which means that I'm going to be spending a lot of time on the sofa still. The weather is going to get a ton better than it has been the past few weeks, which means I can sit outside and knit. So yeah, fingers crossed that I could get a lot of it done, and then maybe you edit and post this video soon. have just finished the body of my jelly top. I just cast off the edge and I am just picking up sleeves. Well, picking up the stitches for the sleeves, which is not going as easy as I'd hoped, but it will be fine. So I'm really at the last bit of things that I need to do for this top. I think I'll be able to finish the sleeves, I hope still today, which is ambitious, and then the neckline tomorrow morning maybe, and then I'll have it finished. And I'm absolutely super happy with it so far. I tried it on and it fit pretty much perfectly. I did have a bit of a different measurement than the pattern said, even though I followed it completely. I don't know why, but my top was going to be longer if I followed exactly what they said of how many pattern repeats still to do after I finished shaping the body. I haven't measured it right now, but I think it's a bit longer than what they said, but I did try it on and base it off of my body, so it's fine. So yeah, I haven't tried it on since I've cast it off, but we'll see. I first want to get the sleeves done because that's just, yeah, that's not that much work anymore. I'm doing the short sleeves and I might actually even shorten them because I saw someone do that in their project in Ravelry. We'll see. Honestly, I kind of just want to be done with this now because it's really hot and I'd rather finish it now that I don't have to knit with this on my lap anymore. I don't know what my next project is going to be, but something really small probably and less warm to keep with me. But yeah, the reasons I haven't been filming too much is because I spent a lot of time with friends the past few days. Again, we have friends coming over this afternoon and I'll be knitting at the same time, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to film. But yeah, working on the sleeves and I'll let you know where I get tomorrow. I have finally finished my jelly top. It took a week longer than expected, mostly because I was ill and also because we have a heat wave going on and I don't do well in heat waves. But I did manage to finish it. I haven't blocked it yet, but I will try it on. I'm honestly probably just gonna block it later in the week just because I have a busy week still and yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna get to it. But I'm gonna try it on now really quickly because it's still like more than 30 degrees outside, so I don't want to keep it on too long because it is going to be warm. But just to quickly show you and to finish off this video. Okay, so this is the final result of my jelly top. I'll just untuck it for a bit to show you the length. Like, it's just a bit, like my waist is here obviously, it's just a bit further and it flows out a bit. I shortened the sleeves and made them a bit more flowy as well, but all in all, this is what it looks like. I'm actually really happy with it, but I am going to take it off and finish this video with a different top on because I'm boiling in this right now. Hi, it's the next day. I am refilming my final thoughts just because it was way too warm and I couldn't actually speak. So I finished my jelly top. Once again, I'm not wearing it. It's honestly, it's even like it's better than yesterday, but it's crazy warm still, and we're in the morning right now. I think it's already 28 degrees or something. But anyway, I have it here. Like I said, still need to block it, but I'm not entirely sure how much that's just gonna change the texture. I was actually thinking of maybe like trying to like pull together the bigger ruching to like maybe make it a bit shorter. I don't know if that's gonna work. It's not necessarily that I mind the length too much, like not enough to actually go back and make it shorter, because I think this will be a lot more versatile to have it a bit longer in, for instance, spring and autumn if I wear it then, and even winter. I'm realistically not going to wear this on summer days like this, so then I won't actually mind that it's a bit longer. But yeah, still need to block it. I'm going to see what kind of effect that has, but I'm actually really happy with the results. I do have to admit I got a bit frustrated by the end of it just because the sleeves were not fun at all, and I should have stuck to my original idea of like getting to the point where I connect the body, the back and the front, and then immediately do the sleeves, so that I would have had like the fun body part to still finish, instead of finishing on a low with like the difficult sleeves. The reason that I found them really annoying is not because of the short rows. The short rows instructions were incredibly clear. It was written out perfectly in the pattern. It was, yeah, that I have no issue with that at all. And the construction itself, like, it's really pretty. I love how it turned out. My main issue was just I had to switch my needles so often, and that wasn't mentioned in the pattern. Like, I'd hoped there would be like a bit of advice or a hack or just a mention of that. That might be a bit annoying because you cast on, well, you take up the, what's the term? You pick up, the heat really gets to my head. You pick up stitches in the smaller needle size, and then you do your short rows in the pattern. So there's a point in the pattern that you have to change to your bigger needle sizes. And the issue is then that with the short rows, you can't like keep the bigger needle size on the left because then your stitches won't go on it. So then you have to change it back. So I was changing my needles twice per short row, which honestly just took so much more time. Like, I didn't have any efficiency or speed. While usually I really enjoy doing short rows, which sounds a bit crazy maybe, but yeah, I love the construction of a short row. But this was just incredibly frustrating, just because every time I felt like, okay, I'm in the flow of something, I had to change my needles again. So that took a lot longer than I thought it would. I also modified the sleeve in the end, just because I couldn't actually find any pictures of the pattern with like the longer the short sleeve like they are described in the pattern. I think I did see a few projects, but I just find it really difficult to determine like how long do I want it and how long will that actually be. But I had seen a few projects that did like kind of cap sleeves like I've done now, just by actually stopping not right after the German short rows, but like halfway another pattern repeat, which just creates, yeah, for me the perfect sleeve. Just because I don't necessarily want something long, I just wanted a bit to cover my shoulder. So I love how that turned out. So yeah, thank you to the people in the projects who shared how they did that, because I think I just followed one particular person's thing and then I found it again in a different project, someone else did it, so I decided, okay, if 2 people did it like this, it's probably good. But yeah, I wasn't too sure about finishing the neckline the way it is in the pattern, but honestly, it's fine. I did do 2 rows less. I didn't want it to be too visible, and honestly, I was kind of ready to get done with it. But yeah, all in all, very happy with the results. The only issue was at the end with short rows, changing the needles, but it was such a good pattern. It was very clear, very detailed as well. Like my only note is like just a bit of advice about the changing of the needles. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I read over something. Maybe I should have read my pattern better or something. I don't know. Maybe tell me if there's something obvious that I'm missing here for people who've made the pattern as well. But yeah, all in all, no other notes. Maybe some thoughts still on the yarn. This is the Drops Kid Silk, and I've heard a lot of people saying that the quality isn't always as good depending on the colorway that you choose. This is the color 2, just the black, I think, yeah. And honestly, I have no notes. It's really good. It's very soft. The only moment that I thought like, oh, it might be a bit itchy was here on my chest. But honestly, that went away in like 2 seconds, and I do have quite sensitive skin, so I was very happy that that wasn't the case. But yeah, I haven't had too much of an issue with any of the Drops Kid Silk. So I do understand if your skin is actually very, very skin sensitive, that it would be a bit itchy. But I haven't had that experience, so yeah, I am very happy. I hope that I will actually be able to wear this summer and that we won't have crazy heat waves the whole time. But hopefully next week it should be a bit chillier, well, chillier, still in the 20s, but at least not in the upper 30s. So I can still get some wear out of this summer, and otherwise it's still going to be a really versatile piece. I can still wear it in autumn and late summer either as well. Yeah, a very successful project. In the end, I think it did end up taking me 3 weeks. I was ill for like half of that. I'm actually really surprised how much I still got done, because I was absolutely miserable. First, it was just my nose and it was like a cold, but I actually got really ill with the flu after that, and it just took all of my energy, so I'm really happy to be feeling better. But it was also just such a whiplash with like seeing the videos from the beginning of this project, me sitting in a full like really heavy sweater under blankets, sitting on the couch like all cozied up, and at the end of this I can't even stand the idea of having a blanket on me, finishing it outside on the terrace late in the evening, because that's the only time that I could sit outside without like dying from the heat. So yeah, you can really see the switch from spring to summer, and then the heat wave starting here in this video, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that's just how it goes with like the European spring and summer. It can literally change in a few days. But yeah, there we go. I think I will definitely need to do another stash busting video soon, because again, I have yarn left over, and I think I might even have to make a stash busting video completely dedicated to using up some of my mohair or like kid silk like yarns, because it's getting pretty bad, honestly. It's not the worst, but I do think I have to find a few projects specifically for those types of yarns. So if you have any ideas, do let me know. I do have a few projects saved that I can do
for those types of yarns. But yeah, I'd definitely like to hear some advice. Let me know if you've made the top as well, the jelly top, and how it's fitting you, how you're enjoying it, if you enjoyed the pattern. But yeah, I hope to see you soon in another video. Have a good rest of your week and see you soon.